Welcome to another episode of Married with Video Games. I'm your host, Matthew.
I'm your host, Christina.
And I played through Evil West. Hooray!
I think you always start with hooray.
It needs to be a hooray. Well, unless it's a boo.
This one's like
It's a pretty good.
It was all right, I guess.
It was just all right.
Yeah. It's literally, it's
Blockoland?
Blockoland, which I think we've said in like the last 4 podcasts.
It's Blockoland, the video game. It had a lot of good qualities. It had a lot of needs improvement. I wouldn't call most of the stuff bad. I would say it's a needs improvement.
Yes. I think it was GameRanks that described it as like a B-tier AAA game, and I described it as like, this is a game that back in the day you would never own yourself, but you would rent it from Blockbuster constantly.
Yeah, you'd have slowly beat it.
Yes.
Saved off your memory card or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, I could see that too.
Mm-hmm.
PlayStation 2, N64 era.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. That's the good old days, man. Maybe even a GameCube game, if you were one of those few.
The GameCube was not great, but
It was just okay.
we still have it.
Yeah, we do have one downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
We can plug it in sometime. Play something on it.
I got all the games.
All 5, 6.
No, you're thinking of the Wii U.
The Wii U. All 7 games, sorry. Okay, so the synopsis for this game came from steampowered.com. It's the end of the year, and I didn't feel like typing something up.
You can always just grab it from like the back of the box.
Sometimes you get that, and sometimes you look at it and you're like,
that's not at all what I played.
yes. And so this one is actually pretty good. A dark menace consumes the American frontier. As one of the last agents in a top-secret vampire hunting institute, you are the final line between humanity and a deep-rooted terror that now emerges from the shadows. Rise up to become a Wild West superhero, eradicate the vampire threat, and save the United States.
It's true.
Yes.
Yes. So this takes place one of the times when Grover Cleveland is president.
Yes. How many different times is Grover Cleveland
Twice.
present?
2 non-consecutive occasions.
So we're not exactly sure when.
Either 1885 to 89 or like 93 to 97. I would guess 93 to 97.
Yes. I mean, it's steampunk.
Yes.
Esque as well. So like none of this stuff actually fits the timeline. There's old things like there's still trains and mine carts. Release the mine cart.
Yes.
But there's also, electric powered gauntlets, and you can upgrade your pistol to shoot electric bullets, and you get, flamethrowers and other such oddities that were probably some kind of iteration around then, but not.
How did you describe it to your dad when he asked what was going on? Like, it's if Tesla's inventions like worked back in the day.
Well, if Tesla's inventions got weaponized.
Oh yes, there you go.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
I mean, maybe he designed some weapons. I don't know a lot about Nikola Tesla, but I do know that he played a lot with electricity. And
really? Sorry.
And in this case, a lot of it would be like weaponized Tesla ideas in my mind. We played Evil West on the PlayStation 5.
Yes.
Obviously, for us. It was released November 22nd, 2022 on all the systems except for Nintendo. This game is too graphically intense for poor old Nintendo.
Poor Nintendo Switch.
Nintendo Switch, we're going to say it again, upgrade please.
And not just an OLED screen.
Not just an OLED
screen.
Change
the internals.
Internals, again.
Please and thank you.
Steam Deck showed you can do it. Mm-hmm. Do it. Please and thank you.
Do it now.
Please. We got some reviews?
I do.
All right, let's do them.
So, Metacritic. Okay. I looked up the PS5 version. Evil West has a 72 from critics.
Okay.
And a 7.4 from users.
That's a very fair score.
Yes. I was not surprised by it when I looked it up.
Nope.
So I went to IGN. IGN positive. Over the course of Evil West, you'll gradually unlock new weapons, powers, and upgrades that alter Jesse's abilities in fun new ways. For example, you can increase the number of shots your pistol gets off in a single magazine, augment your rifle with electrical damage, and even incorporate new abilities like ground pounds and aerial combos to continue evolving your arsenal. The way combat is always expanding helps break up the otherwise monotonous layouts of Evil West levels. There's rarely a stretch of time longer than 20 minutes in which you won't either unlock a new ability, augment an existing weapon with a fresh effect, or find an entirely new gadget for dismembering enemies in glorious ways.
There's lots of dismembering of enemies in glorious ways.
This is a very graphic game, like cartoony graphic, but
Yeah,
still
but the
like
monster-
very bloody.
Yeah, the monster, you kill very few humans. There are a few humans that get eviscerated by you. But for the most part, it is vampires and you just tearing them asunder.
Yes.
Or weird looking leeches. They call them ticks in this game.
Okay.
And that's fairly accurate because they literally are bags of blood running at you half the time.
Yeah.
And some combination thereof. All right, what's our negative?
IGN.
Okay.
The one part of the combat that did grow a bit dull by the end of Evil West was the lack of enemy variety.
Oh man, that's in my notes. All right, good.
Slow-moving zombies with heavy wind-up swings never pose a challenge, and even the most aggressive hulking monstrosities wielding shields lack oomph after the first few fights. It can even be difficult to tell what's going on during the most chaotic battles because every enemy bleeds together, pun intended, and they all end up looking like the same tones of blood and mud.
Yeah, in the end, that's kind of what I felt a little similar in that way. We'll get into a little bit of that, but I'm going to talk about the gameplay because it was heavily put in the review, and then we can kind of cut back into that.
Okay.
It's a linear third-person shooter with minor branching pathways to find secret chests. I mean, you guys, you were on rails.
Yeah, just point A to point B.
Point A to point B.
like a 0.5 path.
Yeah, like it literally is like a half a turn and then there's a chest.
Yes.
Or like it's hidden in plain sight most of the time. Or sometimes you don't know which pathway is the correct pathway. And if you choose the correct one, you can't go back to the branching one to get the chest that you missed.
Yep.
That happened to me half a dozen times throughout the game, maybe more. And it was a little frustrating, but at the same time, it's just, you're on rails.
Yeah, that's the kind of game you were playing.
It is the type of game they built. They unabashedly marketed it that way. They didn't lie to anybody about it. They told the truth about what game you were getting into. So that really wasn't a negative for me. But aside from the occasional boss fight and silly story, the game is action-packed, steampunk Wild West gameplay, as I said in the intro. And there are some level-up trees and abilities as well, as IGN already kind of touched base on. It's nothing out of the... It's nothing groundbreaking, other than graphically it was gorgeous.
Graphically, it was very pretty, yes.
Gameplay was smooth and solid. They actually did a really, in terms of combat, it felt fair. In terms of, the...
Not boss battles. More on that later.
Yes. In terms of the actual mechanics and gameplay, your movements and actions all were fluid. There was no glitching or locking, or nothing felt too unfair in that regard.
Yeah, one of the other things I read on IGN that I almost pulled as the negative was basically it's a point A to point B. You're walking through a different town, fighting slightly different enemies, and every once in a while there's a minecart sequence.
Yeah,
and that's it. That's all this game is.
I had 2 Donkey Kong sequences,
We
as
did.
I call them.
What
But
did
rather
I say
than
to
jumping, you're shooting.
You have to shoot the things. And then there was another section that also reminded me of Donkey Kong where I called it the red light, green light level.
Yes, where I had to turn all the switches
Yes.
on. Yes. Yeah, that was in the... Oh, God, red light, green light is awful.
It's so bad. I hate that level. I feel like that's the one that we got stuck on replaying it on the SNES thing.
We started it, and I think we may have made it through, but we were so frustrated afterwards we just stopped.
Should go back and check.
Do-do-do. Now I'm just having the music go through my head. And every time you get diddy.
Yeah.
So, again, as I was saying, for the good of this game, upgrades actually felt great and worth your while. Even the minor little upgrades where you add a ground pound, as they said, or you can get an energy drop every time you kill somebody in midair. It felt needed because you use your electrical abilities as much as you use your...
Yes.
other stuff, including getting, super buffed up and punching guys very quickly, or pulling them towards you for a little quick hit, or being able to pull multiple enemies and stun them helps a lot when you need to move around the map. Now, The ugly, as they said, or the bad, I should say, enemy varieties, as they said, are very limited. They really just recycled. After they did the spiders, I don't think there was any new enemies.
No, there wasn't. You had the...
No, the bees were the last one.
The bees, Justin.
The bees. The bees were the worst
Yes.
enemy to fight. They basically made everything, and like, you couldn't kill them, and then you had to take that thing out as quickly as possible to kill the other enemies, and it was just... not very fun for me after the second time or third time I had, or the fifth time I had to fight those stupid things.
They were so bad.
And then there's a final sequence right before the final boss where you, and there's like 3 of those vampire things flying around.
The giant, like,
The very first boss you fight is a big bat, like a hulking, walking bat.
Vampire bat, but I don't know, 20 feet wide by 10 feet tall, like it's gigantic.
Yes, and then you fight 3 of them at the same time.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
And they heal each other. It just took a while to do that fight. It took a very long time because you went through waves of bosses before you fought the final boss.
Yeah, the boss fights, are we segueing into that now?
Yeah, so really quick, the ugly, the story is barely passable.
Oh, the story is so bad, as you can tell, because we have not mentioned any main characters' names except for in my review where I said Jesse. And
yeah. Everybody's forgettable, including Jesse.
Yes.
It's just...
Virgil's the nerdy dude that helps your gauntlet power up at one point. There's the angry doctor lady that takes over when the Rentier Institute explodes.
The angry guy that is the defense secretary or whatever.
You do get to see Grover Cleveland at the end.
Yeah.
And the ending is just like very abrupt.
It's very much like there should be a sequel here, or it is very much a like campy end of a...
80s B horror flick.
Yeah, that's like the end when they actually succeed.
Like high five each other and then walk off into the sunset.
That's
kind of
literally what it
ending.
was.
Yes. As Grover Cleveland's like, we're in safe hands now that you're back in charge of this institute. Ha ha.
Yeah, and then you're like, all right, well, thanks,
and then
bud.
it said the end. Literally.
Yeah, spoiler alert, everybody.
Yeah,
the story is not what you're going to play this game for.
No.
Yeah, so what was you were making a comment about it before we jumped into this, and now I can't even remember.
The boss battles?
Boss battles are a different level of difficult, and I beat most of them in 2 or 3 tries. The first boss I beat on the first try. Every other boss, like there's major bosses. And that's not true. I beat the Vine. The Vine one wasn't too bad. The flower shooter. The three plant heads or whatever, were they leeches? It was a giant worm of some sort.
I do not remember it.
I
may have been asleep when you played that. If you played it in the afternoon.
There was a giant middle one and 3 like
Oh,
shooters.
yes, I do remember that. Yes,
and
that one wasn't bad.
Kill the 3 shooters.
Yes, that one was not bad.
I beat that one in the first try, and I beat the other one the first try, the first boss. After that, there was your father.
Yes, because he turns into like an evil vampire.
He took me 2 or 3 tries.
He took you 2. I thought he was going to take you 3.
The final boss took me 2.
Yes.
And I think there's only 4 or 5 bosses, major bosses, I think.
I can Google that very quickly if you.
A lot of the enemies are just a lot of the ends of those missions are waves of mid-tier bosses. So they're like secondary bosses or mid-level bosses that they'll put like 4 of them in one room for you to fight at the end.
4 main bosses across 16 main missions.
Okay. Yeah, so every 4 missions you fight a boss. That's basically it. Except for the end.
So your worm one is the Parasiter.
Yeah.
There's a couple different phases. That's the second phase. There's a third phase. The Bruch, Bruch.
I don't remember. What one was that one?
This angry-looking gentleman.
Oh, that one. This one took me 3 tries.
Yes, that's the one that took you 3 tries.
This one is when you're chasing down Felicity the first time. That one was awful.
Oh, yeah, because she, like, taunts you from afar and then is like, please don't kill him. I want to kill him myself.
Yeah.
And then leaves.
Yeah, and that was a brutal fight. That was a brutal freaking fight.
William Rentier.
Yep.
And then Felicity, who's the main bad guy, and she is a horrifying, like, 12-year-old girl from a horror movie.
Yeah, that's probably a super old 12-year-old girl and not actually 12.
Yeah, 'cause she's a vampire or whatever.
Yeah, and then she morphs into this giant monstrosity that you eventually kill.
Yes,
eventually.
Felicity's true form is what it's called when you fight her.
Is that what it's actually called?
Yes.
Oh, good. Yeah, I mean, guys, this game is not a... It's not a groundbreaking revolution in the gaming world. I wish there were more games like this.
Was this $70?
No. This
Okay.
was a $60 game.
Okay.
And then John Cleveland gave me birthday money. Thanks, buddy.
Just name dropping on here
Yeah,
now.
sorry, JC, you're my bud. Hopefully, if you ever listen to this, you got name dropped on Evil West. He gave me $25, so it only cost me about $30 with tax.
I think I would have enjoyed this game more if it had been like a $40 game. Like, I'm glad it wasn't 70.
It wasn't
Because it's only like a 12-hour game. It's not very long. And like, yeah, you can replay and try to like get 100% all of the levels, but it doesn't really have that feel to it unless you're a completionist.
No, I think but like we were saying earlier, these games were super common in the PS1 through PS3 era.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or, this was not really a big Nintendo thing. I don't know. They had some games like this.
This would be like
Not Earth Defense Force. What was it called? It was something else on Nintendo. But Xbox and Xbox 360 has Halo. Halos were never open. They had wider maps than this did, though.
This was
but they
very
were still
linear,
like this is very, very like you're on rails. Open world games like Breath of the Wild, Elden Ring, or veering pathway games, I describe them, or semi-open. God of War recently it's semi-open.
Yeah.
There's a lot of warp points, but they really big maps.
Yes.
Are much more common these days. So I would actually like to see more games like this made and worked on. This was actually a decent show of what you can do with a game like this. It just needed... I'm throwing my hands up in the air because I just don't know what else it needs.
Yeah, it needed a little more oomph. I don't know if the story had been a little bit better or if it had been, I don't want to say less linear, or maybe a little bit less repetitive in the levels.
More enemy variety would have been
Yeah.
a huge boon. That would have been really nice to have a little bit more enemy variety. I don't think the length of the game was wrong for this one. I think, like you said, a $40 price point is probably more fair.
Yeah.
But they probably put a lot of effort into it. So
Yeah.
I'm not complaining about the $60 price tag for this game. I will caveat, though, if you have not played this game, it is worth playing when it goes on sale.
Yes.
That's probably a fair point. I don't begrudging. I actually enjoy this type of game, and I enjoyed my time playing with it. Albeit the bosses were a little frustrating. Mm-hmm. I enjoy this kind of game.
Yeah, you seemed to have a good time with it.
The humor was still pretty funny.
Yeah.
It was cheesy and campy, but I
Yes.
like that kind of stuff. It
Yes.
was like really cheesy horror movie campiness. The hero and the characters were one note, so I think you're right. If the story was a little bit more compelling...
Either that or if the characters were a little more compelling.
Yeah,
you didn't really care about, again, all I can think of is, I know Virgil's name. Who was the other crusty vampire hunter dude with the eye patch?
I don't even remember his name.
Exactly. Like, I liked him, but I don't remember his name.
He had more personality than Jesse did, but
He
it was
did.
funny to have two gruff guys walking around. And I understand, like, the point of view they were going for the professor, in like her point of view of like being a woman at that time in that position.
Yes.
But that's all they talked about for her.
Yes.
The entire time.
Yeah.
And it was like there was no
Yeah.
development of
Yeah.
her character at all. It was just, I'm a woman in this position.
Yeah,
Like,
she was the stock female, single female lawyer.
Yeah, it's just, but she literally like stock female for time period.
Yes.
And it was like, we get it.
She's
we get it.
angry. She's gonna make snide comments about.
She's
going
gonna do her best. Yeah, and it's just like give her
Yeah,
a
I get it.
personality. She was cool at the end when she took a shotgun and shot a vampire out of the sky.
Yeah, that was sweet.
That was the coolest point for her, and it was like, Mm-hmm. Okay. So griping aside, it is worth your time when it goes on sale.
I could see this coming to like PlayStation Plus in like April or May of next year.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Again, I actually don't regret buying the game, everybody. So it sounds like we're giving it a hard time. Kind of go to this and then back. If you gave it a score, I'm just going to tell you, like you said, the score is fine. 7.75.
7. Yeah.
7.75. It is not a bad game. It is worth your time to try, get in, get out. But if you can pay $30 for it,
Yes.
Do it.
$30 would be absolutely perfect.
and just you're go into it expecting a game on rails, expect you to go from point A to point B, and just look every nook and cranny for a little hidden path. It doesn't take you that long because
No.
your pathways are not that wide apart. There's wide when you get into a wide open area, generally you're fighting
Yes.
or you're solving a fairly straightforward puzzle.
Yeah, the puzzles are not difficult.
A couple puzzles you have to climb up high, just look around, there's something to shoot to get you up there,
Yep.
and then shoot something else from a distance. Or you're charging up things with your gauntlet. It's not that complicated. It's not out there, and yeah, I don't got much else about this game.
No, it was a game that we played.
It was a game that we played. Yeah, dive in. It'll, like you said, 6 months. It'll either be PlayStation Plus or it will be on sale at some point.
Oh, for sure.
It's gonna go on sale, and I think it's even on sale right now, but it's like $10 off on. It might be on sale on Steam.
Save 20% on Evil West on Steam. So
Yeah.
that's
If you have a
let's just
computer,
look.
I hear it's not good on the computer.
I
but
have also heard that. Please enter your birth date to continue. What is this? 1983. Sure.
Wow, you gypped me.
Yeah, it's $40 right now on Steam.
That's worth it.
Yeah.
If they fix the issues on here, it's worth your time.
Yes. I
Yeah.
agree with that.
I'm playing God of War, Ragnarok, and it is mind-blowingly good so far.
It is fantastic.
So we will hopefully have a review for you sometime. I mean, we're recording
Got to
this.
be done before Dead Space.
It's got to be done before Dead Space, but this is coming to you. This is being recorded before.
We're recording on Festivus, but it's going to get posted the first week of January.
Yeah, so we'll be talking to you from the past.
Ghost of Christmas Past?
Yes, but we will have hopefully a God of War podcast up for you in January, and then we can dive into Dead Space. And we are looking for a game for my wife here to play.
Hello.
So if you have any suggestions, please send us something fun.
Yeah.
We're at Gaming Marriage on Gmail. Oh, that's Twitter. Hold
Yes.
on. Or gamingmarriage@gmail.com.
Yes. Gaming Marriage on Twitter.
We'll make it through this.
I don't know if we will.
We're going to look into something. She might try Midnight Suns.
Oh, yeah.
We might see if that's any fun and if you actually enjoy it. Maybe we'll watch some gameplay to see if it's something that you'll actually enjoy or not.
Yes.
Because if it is, we'll maybe have you try that out. And that'd be something you can play when I'm going, I need to work on D&D.
Yes. Yeah. Because I finished Stardew Valley, which
You 100%.
I did.
Truly
We'll-
100% it.
We'll do a little mini podcast about it.
A mini cast.
A mini cast, yes.
That's all right. We can do one more before the new year, and they'll have a couple in the docket for people to go, another Stardew Valley podcast. Really?
I will always talk about Stardew Valley.
Married with Stardew Valley.
That would be awesome. We should make that a podcast.
You probably could, and you'd probably have about 100 episodes worth of stuff for Stardew Valley alone.
Yeah.
You could do more if you really were getting nerdy with it.
We're
but-
getting off topic.
Anyway, guys, thank you for our little start and jump into the new year with us, and we're looking forward to spending time with you. Please email us, tweet at us, and we'd love to, interact with you guys.
Please and thank you to our 7 listeners.
There's a whole 10 now.
There might be.
Hopefully.
You guys rock.
Bye.
Bye.